Wow, really enjoyed it.
Well, he does play in the Caribbean Premier League after all. There's certainly some calypso about that. Extraordinary. So he's up over 200 now with that strike rate, courtesy of that maximum. Decided to come around here, Fahim. And long on his back. Oh, you're joking me. Hafiz. Wow. Saw a shutout with the misfield. Now we've got Hafiz with a drop catch.
Well, how much more time do you need to get under the ball? This was easy, the easiest of the catches we have seen in this series, even in the last series. Good change of pace once again, and couldn't really control that stroke. Hit it right at the bottom of the bat. And he had so much time. It's just when he landed, his elbow hitting the ground and the ball pops out of his hand. Big miss.
Phillips on strike now. He looks to give it some bottom hand as well. Wonder how much that is going to come back to haunt the home side. Massive moment in this second match. Caught it there, and as soon as the elbows landed, coughs it up. Take a deep breath, Skip. Still got one to go in this over, so he's fighting back here. Is Fahim again.
Well, earlier in the last series against Australia, we saw Shoaib Malik catching a couple of times on the boundary and he rolling very nicely, keeping the elbows out of the play. And on that occasion, Mohammad Hafiz just landing on the elbows, and I think that's not the right way to go. You just got to roll yourself and land on the shoulder, maybe.
Giving this some stick. Oh, well fielded. Yeah, great hands in the end. Bakazaman from Pakistan. 36 without loss. Very aggressive start here from Monroe. As per, he loves it. Slightly shorter, slightly wide, and that's what's going to happen. And then a little bit of flight. He was still looking busy. Up and over. That, straight out of Trinidad and Tobago. You could start this from the Kiwis. 9s they're going at. Look at that. 6s, balls per 6 ratio. And there's Christopher Henry Gale behind him. Every pretty much 9 deliveries. Monroe makes the ball disappear out of the park. Here's Hassan Ali. And he too, another very talented young man to come on and try and get a wicket here. You mentioned pre-show, Waka, your countrymen, his bowlers look to take wickets as well, not just keep the run rate down.
2 3 4 5 6
Get people out.
Well, that's the way to go. I think, here we go. Free hit.
And for the Yorker. We've got another no ball, have we? Don't show Sarfraz Ahmed now. Take a deep breath, Skip, again.
It might be just because they're bowling first, there's no pressure. That's big no ball, that's massive. There's no pressure of defending any total, so that's why maybe little irresponsible. You know, Hassan Ali normally is well behind the line, is very good when it comes to bowling disciplines. But that's problem for Sarfraz. Second consecutive no ball. Got away with the first free hit. What about this one? He's got two men on the onside which are on the boundary, more mid-wicket and mid-on. The rest are all in the circle, so maybe a slow delivery.
There's protection. Bowler looking to get it full. Shake of the head in there. Concentration here. First time, in terms of this time of the year, this part of the season, with the Aussies being here, the series, and now New Zealand starting with this T20 series. It's the first time, it's a little mini start to the season, that Pakistan are not batting first in any form. Bowled, closed down the angle, well led at Hassan Ali.
Well, we spoke about the catches where Malik took a wonderful catch the other day in Abu Dhabi, I think that was. And he just rolled himself and did not allow the elbow to hit the ground. And that way the ball stays in your hand. Sometime when the elbow hits, this is what happens. Watch this. Elbow hitting and ball popping out of the hand. That's experience. Hafiz is very experienced, but it's just that he took a little bit too long to get under the ball.
Bit of wrist work there, not quite where he intended. Phillips, but it does allow Munro back on strike now. 2 to go in the 5th. It's power play rather, starting to run away. Change of pace. And some lovely timing once again from Colin Munro. Another boundary to him.
চুলগুলো ছোট করে ফেলবো ভাবছি।
কেন?
দেখো দিন দিন কেমন পাতলা হয়ে যাচ্ছে। একটা খোপাও করতে পারি না।
তোমার চুলে ভিটামিন দরকার।
ভিটামিন
স্কয়ার ইনোভেশন জুই মাল্টিভিটামিন অনিয়ন অয়েল। এতে নারিকেল তেল ও পেঁয়াজের সাথে আছে মাল্টিভিটামিন ক্যাপসুল, যার অসংখ্য মাইক্রোহুল থেকে ভিটামিন এ, ডি, ই মেশে তেলের সাথে। নিয়মিত ব্যবহারে নতুন চুল গজায় ন্যাচারালি।
কতদিন পরে সুন্দর একটা খোপা করলাম।
চুলের ভিটামিন জুই মাল্টিভিটামিন অনিয়ন অয়েল।
And it's 47 without loss here.
Overs gone, 47 without loss. Good start from a New Zealand point of view, particularly Colin Munro. Shaheen Afridi, a young man who had to bowl the last over the other day. It was just a hint, I thought, there of that clip in the boot before the bat, but perhaps not. The Khan alongside me, and some work to do early for Pakistan here, Buzz.
Yeah, so far so good from New Zealand. A little bit of shape back in, but you know that Pakistan is under pressure because Shaheen Afridi has been brought in in the first 6 overs. The spinners not really enjoying the power play, which is a little bit of a setback for Pakistan. But saying that, Dooley, we saw in that first game as well, just a couple of overs changes the whole scenario, and especially in UAE, somebody needs to get 60-70% of the runs so that they get a big total. Monroe right now 42. He needs to get a 70-80 for New Zealand to get to that 170.
Pinch one, chance. 50 partnership comes up with a tight single.
But the power hitting has been brilliant from New Zealand. Intensity in the running between the wickets as well. Pakistan just on the back foot, fielding wise, that might have been close. But they've dropped a chance. Not really going, things not really going Pakistan's way because of the pressure applied from the openers.
Yeah, that period of play you talked about in Abu Dhabi, 46 runs from overs 7 through to 14. So Pakistan really tied things up after the power play. New Zealand got away to a good start as well in that match with Monroe doing a bulk of the damage again. From Glenn Phillips, 5 from 11. He struggled in his T20 career so far. His strike rate is only just over 100. For an opening batsman, you would want that to be better. Inside edge. Good sound. The good sound, yes. Thought so. Is on his way. So Pakistan have struck.
Good press from Shaheen Shah Afridi and just trying to turn it to the leg side. But inside edge to Sarfraz. Welcome wicket for Pakistan. But the pace tried to turn it away on the onside, but it was Shaheen Shah Afridi who got his man. And Pakistan getting that first wicket. Phillips out for 5, 50 for 1.
New Zealand skipper Kane Williamson comes to the crease. Best of 73 not out. 50s and 53 matches. Fairly lean run, barring that one innings of 70 last summer. Against England at Westpac Stadium, he scored 70 last summer. There's that little inside edge, the dismissal of Glenn Phillips. Shaheen Afridi into the attack, and success for him straight away.
Successful over, 50 for 1 after the power play.
Power play, and a good one for New Zealand. Pakistan just climbed back into it late, but it was all about the power of Colin Munro. He's moved through to 43 off 25. Strike rate of 172. He did all the damage inside that first 6 overs. Chance there to get rid of him. Wasn't to be for Pakistan, but that was their first wicket. Shaheen into the attack, picked up the inside edge of Glenn Phillips' bat through to the skipper, Sarfraz, and Pakistan had New Zealand 50 for 1 at the end of 6, which incidentally was exactly the same as it was 2 days ago in Abu Dhabi. Going down, pinch one, no, confusion. Bowler's in, Sarfraz, no.
Yeah, bowler's end, and Munro would have been gone. Sarfraz failed to pick up on that. He's just looking at the batter's end, Sarfraz, but confusion straight away. And just half a chance for Pakistan there.
So 11 for Kane Williamson 2 nights ago. That fixture in Abu Dhabi. Yeah, just going back through the last 12 innings, just one score above 20 in his last 12 T20 internationals. And then he went from the New Zealand summer to the IPL and was magnificent, captaining the Sunrisers Hyderabad, and was absolutely outstanding. It was a appeal and then a run-out opportunity. He was heading way down leg.
But Hafiz as a bowler is so important to Pakistan cause, especially in white ball cricket. Sarfraz just didn't pick up that he had to throw at the non-strikers then, because Munro was gone for all money. But Hafiz in white ball cricket, the bowler is so important for Pakistan. He adds depth to that bowling lineup. It's a bit of a clip into the onside, get a couple of runs, but he has depth to that bowling lineup, and more often than not, he's very miserly in these middle overs. He can even open the bowling for Pakistan. Pakistan missed a trick in the Asia Cup where he wasn't selected and they missed him sorely. He's now back in the one-day squad. But even T20 is very efficient.
Yeah, there was a time when Pakistan just continued to produce quality seam bowling all-rounders. Now, I know Shoaib Malik's not allowed to bowl, but the off-spin all-rounders have been the thing more of late. And one of the best in the business is the bowling coach, isn't he, at the moment? Oh yeah, that'll be out. That'll be out. Little inside edge. I think it went back onto the pads of Munro and trickled through to the keeper. Whips the bails off, and Munro will be gone.
And yet again, Hafiz dismissed the left-hander. He is absolutely brilliant against the left-handers. Munro trying to force the pace. Hafiz shortening the length. Again, clever bowling from Hafiz. So it's gone upstairs for a review for that stumping.
Through the process, everything's fine there. No problem whatsoever. He never bowled a no ball. He's not about to start, and that is pretty conclusive. Colin Munro knew it straight away. He is heading off the park. Dismissed for 44 of 28 deliveries, Munro. New Zealand lose their second wicket and 56 on the board. .56 for 2, Colin de Grandhomme comes to the crease, and interesting move from the New Zealand point of view, but you can absolutely see why. They don't want Ross Taylor just starting, along with Kane Williamson, who's just starting. At the crease, bring the power of Colin de Grandhomme into the middle. Good running. Good running. He wants it on the full, but the bowlers don't want it on the full. They want to scuff the ball up, throw it into the turf, make it reverse later.
Hafiz again shortening that length, the ball staying straight on. Inside edge, Monroe trying to smash that down the ground yet again, but Hafiz too clever. He's so brilliant against left-handers. Uncanny how many wickets he gets. But again, this is the phase where Pakistan will apply the squeeze. We've got Imad Wasim now back in the attack, and Hafiz already getting that wicket of Colin Monroe. And now Pakistan will try and rush the opposition, get through a few overs. And you've got Shadab as well. So before a batsman looks up, they're already 13, 14 overs gone and pressure on.
Yeah, and that's why de Grandhomme is in the middle right now. Ross Taylor's had his woes against left arm spin. A little bit against leg spin now and then as well. New Zealand want to continue with some power. De Grandhomme will have a fairly free licence, I would think, heading out there. You might even find that Tim Seifert could be padded up, due to come in as well. Williamson will be clever, manoeuvres the field around well. He finds the gaps, particularly against the spin.
Corey Anderson padded up, Ross Taylor there. So there is firepower, but power hitting has been difficult in UAE. So the likes of that brutal Australian batting lineup, you've got Chris Lynn, you've got Aaron French, you've got the likes of Maxwell, but in these conditions, it's very difficult to come out there and start attacking straight away. So it's imperative for a batsman in form and a batsman who's got runs to bat through the innings.
Well, all three of those names mentioned, you would say, bowl spin. They might struggle. And that's what worked. 62 for 2, 8 gone. 62 for 2. New Zealand. Monroe was outstanding up front. Phillips struggled again. Tonight, just quite been able to get it going in the first 2 games. De Grandhomme and Williamson now face the quality leg spin of Shadab Khan.
Yeah, this will be the battle for the Kiwis. A spin on from both ends. Now Shadab Khan being introduced. How will they tackle that? Will they go after him?
Yeah.
And suddenly it's a different ball game altogether. The power play ball coming onto the bat, scored freely. Monroe just took Pakistan 2 tasks, and suddenly spinners come on. Different game altogether.
A push for 2 here. It's a big side of the ground. No. There's the call early enough from Kane Williamson. This pitch tonight, Buzzard Khan, is quite a way as we look at it to the left-hand side of the block, isn't it? So the leg side, as the right-handers are facing the leg spinner now, is a big, big boundary. Way to the right-hand side of your screen now as you're looking.
And suddenly you see the ball not really coming on. That was quite short, and Williamson waited quite a while, but the ball never arrived. It's a pretty short delivery, and it was there to be cut through the offside, but lack of pace.
Very good. Into the gap. Should push for two this time. He's such a good player of spin, Kane Williamson. He works so hard on it. Leg spin in T20 internationals. Runs 154. Only been dismissed once by leg spin in T20 internationals. It's Shahid Afridi. Right here, this venue. Slow turn, it's not easy. Not easy at all. Pakistan will be loving it. New Zealand just starting to struggle a little. 65 for 2. Add that one to the package.
Yeah, Sarfraz just telling him that was a straightforward ball to be stopped. But yeah, Pakistan with this spin attack sort of do this so often after the power play, squeeze the opposition. We saw this in Abu Dhabi, same type of thing.
28 balls now without a boundary. From New Zealand point of view.
And you can see with Imad as well. Two balls ago, not his fielding, not great fielding, but yeah, just a little bit of a smack to remind himself.
Straight down the ground. Got enough of it or not? De Grandhomme, no he hasn't, and that's well taken. Shoaib Malik, I think it is. He's run across from long on, not timed, and he holds on to it.
Power hitting yet again, not working. Spin on offer, Imad Wasim just holding that one back. And Colin de Grandhomme right at the bottom of the bat twisting in his hand, ball not arriving. Shoaib Malik, he is brilliant. High catches, you want that man underneath them all the time. Imad gets his man, Imad gets a wicket. Pakistan with the spinners get the third wicket. Grandhomme out for 4, 67 for 3.
.67 for 3, New Zealand putting the squeeze on the Pakistan spinners. Ross Taylor, vastly experienced. He was very good in that game in Abu Dhabi. Maybe a little tired towards the end of his innings, but he did everything he could to try and get New Zealand across the line. 48 off 26. He's striking well into the high 170s. This is the reason he's out in the middle. He's actually in the end closer to long off, but he pulled out, did Asif, and left it to the man with the hands, the best hands in the side.
Yeah, 30 balls since that last boundary. Power play was 50, and it suddenly come to a stop.
Lovely bowling and very good period of play this for Pakistan. Halfway through, 68 for 3.
Scoring rate just dipping a little bit. Munro was like a hurricane. 6.8 knot is the run rate right now. And this was expected. I've got James Franklin here with me because come the spinners and squeezes on.
Yeah, absolutely, Ramiz. There's been a big shift in this game with the introduction of the spin, and there's still going to be a fair bit of it to come from the New Zealand batsmen. I was very interested to see Ross Taylor walk out. I thought they might have introduced Corey Anderson, the left-hander.
Got to use his form. I think Ross Taylor batted beautifully in the last game, so he's seen this bowling attack. Almost got New Zealand through in that last match. Got to rotate the strike. I think that's the best possible option that you've got. If you're not getting 4s and 6s, if you're not getting loose balls, rotate the strike, get a single.
And that's just for me why I thought bring out a left-hander, the ability to rotate the strike, obviously favourable in terms of the leg spin and the orthodox of Wasim. As we look at the screen and the end that Shadab's bowling from, he's got a short side on the left of the screen. I just thought that maybe a left-hander would be able to, take advantage of the short side on the left of the screen as we look at it as Shadab's bowling. But they've stuck with Ross Taylor, and you rightfully say he is in form at the moment.
35 balls since last boundary was it, so in need of a big over here, New Zealand, just to get things back on track. Ball was coming on to bat when it was new. It's just died down a little. Getting the ball to spin. Shadab is not a big spinner of the ball. Very good with his wrong turns and variations. Is quick through the air. Doesn't give the ball a lot of flight. But because the pitch is turning out to be slow and there's a little bit of spin available as well, is turn 2 or 3. Nicely played. Chance for 2. That's good running. Very good running. 72 for 3. Wasim to bowl his last over. Last 5 overs, only 22 runs scored by New Zealand.
Yeah, and 𝐑𝐄-𝐈𝐕𝐄 has done beautifully. He got hit for 13 off the very first over of the match. Colin Munro taking task to him, but he's come back here beautifully. He's only gone for 10 runs off the last 13 balls. He's bowled, so he's doing a great job here for Pakistan.
In the end, the run was completed.
Going running tonight. Fortunately for them, it hasn't resulted in a run out yet. But it's something that they'll definitely want to tidy up throughout the rest of this innings and the matches moving forward.
Another single.
The past score here at Dubai in the first innings is 142, so I'm pretty sure New Zealand will have that in mind, around about 140 to 150. So that's just ticking the ball over for the next few overs, keeping some wickets in hand to hopefully explode in the last 3 or 4 overs.
That's a good stop. They've been a little short in the field, but Shadab is one of the better ones. Full length dive, and I think probably his body weight was on the ball. No, I think it's fine. He's probably grazed himself. It's a rough square. Oh! Quicker ball. That's well stopped once again. So pressure on New Zealand. That's good fielding by Pakistan in that over. 76 for 3.
Superb from 𝐑𝐄-𝐈𝐕𝐄. Great comeback his last 3 overs. They've only gone for 12 runs. He's ended up 1 for 25 off 4 overs. A couple of brilliant pieces of fielding from Pakistan in the last couple of balls. First Shadab Khan at cover. And then from Babar Azam there to finish off the over.
He's been good. 2 overs, none for 7. Pass into the gap for a run. Right, let's go down to Denny Morrison.
Yes, well, I've got former New Zealand and Canterbury opening batsman, now coach of the Black Caps. Got to ask you straight away, Gary Stead. Clearly excited to get the role. What do you make of being out here in Dubai, these conditions against this mob?
Oh, look, it's tough conditions out there, and I think we're just going to go through a little stage now of a slow rebuild, but, well, hopefully not too slow, and then we'll have a good charge here at the end. So we're in a reasonable position still. We just need to hold this partnership, I think, for another over or 2 and then launch.
Like the way I said, this mob, the green machine, and they're so difficult at home, and look at this. Geez, Kane Williamson makes it look easy. Gary, what would you have said in the team meeting, a little bit, without giving too much away? Win the toss, you bat first. What were you looking for tonight?
I think past scores are somewhere around about 150 if you look at this ground. So, and that's been pretty consistent with Abu Dhabi as well. So that's what we're trying to look to get around about that score, and I think we'll be in the game then.
Hustle through for a little single here. No, they'll get 2. Coming back. I reckon it's all over, Red Rover. Back upstairs to you, gentlemen.
Wonderful throw and a very good catch by the bowler, because he had to collect it and then whip the bails off in time. It's Ross Taylor who suffered. It was always going to be a dicey second. It was Asif Ali with a throw. It was flat, it was hard, it was on target, right over the top of the stumps, and beautifully taken on the full by Shadab.
Well, We just spoke about a little bit of confusion in the running of the New Zealand camp throughout this innings, and unfortunately for New Zealand, they lost a wicket through that way. Pakistan keep up this record of getting a run out every innings they seem to be playing this season in T20. Unfortunately for New Zealand, Ross Taylor has to walk back to the pavilion. He's gone for 3, and New Zealand are 83 for 4.
Left-hander is in, Corey Anderson. Just watch out for the strike rate, 135. He hits them big, best of 94. Picked up the wrong one and played it with the wrist. Pakistan initiate almost a run out in every innings in T20 since last 2 years. Have a look at this one. This was a dicey, a tight second. Throw was in, bails were off, and Ross was gone.
It's a wonderful record to have as a fielding group, and they've lived up to that billing again here tonight. There's always going to be a tight turn. Asavali with a rocket arm, and from deep mid-wicket straight over the bails, and an easy run out in the end.
It's a wide down the leg side. Bit of advantage that you get by having a left-hander in. Bowler has to adjust his line, and that is what, James, you were alluding to early on.
It's always difficult as a bowling group or as a bowler to constantly have to change your lines. No matter how good a bowler Shadab Khan is, you would always have to adjust. New Zealand 85 for 4.
It's a good bowling attack, a lot of variety, and so you got bowlers that can provide you with breakthroughs as well. So if Imad is having a bad day, there'll be someone springing up to showcase his talent and pick up a wicket or two. Hafiz today picked up a wicket. Difficult to square cut the ball on this track, difficult to pull the ball as well, especially in this part of the innings, the middle phase of the innings. Ball not reaching, and so you're taxing yourself. You've got to really time it well enough. Kane Williamson this year in T20s, just one big score of 72 versus England. Suffering with a bout of low scores.
Well, the past scores in this part of the world would always suggest that it is difficult to score boundaries, and it's all about...
Rich dark chocolate ডিস্কের উপর crunchy honeycomb premium coffee ice creamer ভেতর hot chocolate fudge আর super crispy chocolate wafer কোণে Savoy Discone.
I've really struggled.
Yeah, the timing seems to go off in the middle part of the innings. That could be because of the slowness of the pitch, with the ball getting a little soft as well. Pakistan have got strength all round till the 20th over, and that could be the other reason. So it's not that they start well, they do the middle part impressively as well. And then they've got the death bowlers.
Yeah, Pakistan have got 3 brilliant spin bowlers. Sure, one of them might be a bit of a part-timer in Mohammad Hafiz, but he's still pretty good by world standards.
Williamson's innings is the key here. 26 of 26. He must not throw it away now, because we've seen new batsmen taking a little bit of time to warm up to the task. Got to make sure that he hangs in there and go to lead.
Absolutely, he's got to be there at the bitter end, and hopefully Anderson or Seifert to come and produce a bit of a cameo around his innings.
Pass into the gap. This time it's a loud call for just 1-1. Not going to take any more risks, New Zealand, it appears. But what I find he has been Shah Afridi, can bowl in the middle, can bowl with the new ball, and obviously Sarfraz is using him in the last couple of overs. For an 18-year-old, that is a real thumbs up.
I haven't seen too much of him, but I've been really impressed from what I have seen. Called upon to bowl the last over in the last game to defend a total. He did the job for his captain, and he's been very good again tonight.
Labouring just a little bit when he's looking to hit the ball hard, Williamson. He's got a strike rate of 190 for 4. The last 9 overs have produced 43 runs. So 8 and over 138. The average is around 145. So look to get 10 and over. New Zealand have got 6 wickets in the tank.
And 9 will be some good going. You'd think that it would have to predominantly come from Corey Anderson or Tim Seifert, with Kane Williamson just playing that anchor role in the background. Not known for his power hitting, but he's very good at manoeuvring the ball around the field. New Zealand going to get a good total. He's got to be there at the end.
Gets it over 6'7". No is the call, the throws in, and he makes his ground as well. Confusion again.
Yeah, but there we go from Kane. A little bit of innovation, just helping the ball, ramping it up and over the short fine leg. Again, New Zealand, with their calling tonight, there's been a bit of confusion out there in the middle. Ross Taylor, unfortunately, got run out. And Kane Williamson, thankfully, from a New Zealand point of view, was able to get back into his crease in time.
A good ball. Yorker length. Squeeze for a run.
The end now that Corey Anderson is at, he's on strike. This end suits his left hand. It's a huge boundary here to the right side of the ground, as we see, but over to our left is a slightly shorter boundary. And for the left-hander Corey Anderson, that's going to suit his power. That's an area he loves to go long on, in the bottom left-hand corner, right round to the top left-hand part of the screen. He loves that area, and that will be an area he's targeting.
Another Yorker, that's good bowling. You'd know what kind of pressure a bowler is under when he's bowling in the 15th over, James. And to get the Yorker right is a big deal.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm sure Fahim Ashraf will be well and truly aware of Corey Anderson's power. He'll know he'll have to be absolutely spot on with his execution here, particularly when he's going at the stumps. He won't want to miss his length. You want to make sure he's getting those Yorkers in, or even just staying wider to Corey Anderson, maybe getting him to hit through the offside. Corey's so strong through the leg side of the ground.
That's gone up in the air into the gap for 4. I think he picked up the slow ball very early.
There's a case in point there from Corey Anderson. Might have been a slight change in pace there from Ashraf. It was just a length, that short side of the ground for Corey. He's not going to turn it down when it's on offer. A swivel pull between deep square leg and deep mid wicket. So much power there. Just helps himself. It's just a second boundary in the last 10 overs. Much needed for New Zealand.
Oh, follows it up with an excellent Yorker. Full length once again from Fahim Ashraf. 2 dots and 2 Yorkers. Almost getting a great result in the last one.
Yeah, superb from Ashraf. Fazio might be just sticking to this delivery tonight. He's bowled 3 of them superbly already in this over. He's obviously feeling this one. He's feeling the Yorker. Fazio might be sticking to those. Brilliant.
Slippery is quick enough to keep you honest. Whippy action and showing his class with that full length delivery. Will he go again? This fine leg up in the ring. Can't get it wrong. Can't get it on the pads. Big shot once again into the gap and 4. 100 comes up for New Zealand. Costly over it turned out to be in the end, even though we saw some lovely Yorkers from Fahim. 11 from it. 101 for 4.
Again, Fahim Ashraf just missing his length, trying to change the pace. I'm not sure why he's going away from his Yorkers because they're coming out beautifully. Corey Anderson again just opens up his front side of his body to access that leg side. Again, just finds that gap between deep square and deep mid wicket. Another useful boundary for New Zealand.
And 5 to go. 101 for 4. New Zealand desperately needing that last over. 11 from it. The boundaries from Corey Anderson. 10 and over. 150. Very competitive. Over the top from Williamson. Oh, he might have to pick up another one here. He will. Lovely placement.
Well, he looks so good when he's looking to go over the top, especially toward offside. Sarfraz is not happy with the Shadab for flighting the ball. This was well flighted. Got to the pitch quite nicely. Kane Williamson. And he's so good. He loves that area over that extra cover. Yeah, when you bowl a little short, it doesn't really come onto the bat. That's what Sarfraz is asking Shadab to do. Just bowl a little shorter. Don't have to really come up or bowl full. There is quite a bit of spin for the wrist spinner. And also ball sticking a little bit.
Got that one full enough to be Yorker length.
$150, Dooley. I think that's what probably New Zealand looking at. Anything under 150, it'd be hard, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Just that psychological total, isn't it? 150. Pick up 1 or 2 wickets in the first 6-7 overs and then get the spinners into the game. Oh, a little toe ender from Williamson. Looking to pull that away. Shorter length delivery, no timing. Tim Seifert and Tim Southey. So Tim squared at 7 and 8. hurries that one through, finishes a spell for Shadab. None for 24 off his 4. 109 for 4. Most expensive bowler, Hassan Ali, just the 1 over for 11. Fahim Ashraf has got 1 to go, and Shaheen Shahfridi with 1 to go, 2 to go. They only need 1 from Hassan now. If he bowls it well and continues to do that, he might get another.
I think that's what Sarfraz is thinking. The first over from Hassan Ali cost him 11 runs, so he's thinking, okay, I'm going to bring him on now, and his experience, he knows how to bowl in this sort of situations, in this sort of condition. So if he bowls well, I'll continue with him, because you need experience at the back end of the game, and leave maybe Shaheen Shah, maybe bowl 1 over. So he's got a choice to go out with anyone.
Chance at the bowler's end, needed a direct hit.
Yeah, the fielders are sitting a little deep, so it's going to be hard for someone to just target the stumps from there. So easy singles are available, and I think Pakistan would be happy if New Zealand takes singles and don't hit boundaries. It's time to hit boundaries for the New Zealanders.
Yeah, you need at least 1 and over, don't you, in the back end. Last 4 overs, 1 boundary per over. Can't find it there. Actually missed his length too, Waqar. That was probably a decent length to get underneath, but it was a slower ball.
Yeah, purely because it was a slower ball. He did just misread the pace of the ball, and ball sort of bounced a little bit more, or spun a little bit. That's why he couldn't really get hold of it.
Gets that and gets it well, does Anderson. That's the power he's got. Misses his mark by a minimal amount, Hassan Ali.
Yeah, he was looking for that Yorker, and I think Anderson was ready for it. He just read his mind quite nicely and got under the ball. Hit it really he went really flat and far.
He hasn't missed by much. That is a terrific shot from a really low full toss to stay low enough. Short gap for back-to-back boundaries.
Well, things are moving for the Kiwis. Slow bouncer. I think Corey Anderson is finding his rhythm now. He's getting to the pace of the pitch, finding the gap. They need few more of those to get a good total on the board.
Yeah, it's vitally important from a New Zealand point of view moving forward as well, Waqar. A fit, healthy Corey Anderson makes such a difference to this New Zealand side through the middle overs with the ball, middle order with the bat. Oh, 4 more. Looked for the Yorker, tried to cramp him. Anderson was up to the mark. Outstanding finish to the over. 6-4-4, 125 for 4.
Well, there was nothing wrong with the delivery. I thought it was a very good delivery right there on the pads, and wasn't there to be hit for 4. Just went through the legs for the edge. Little unlucky, Hassan Ali. New Zealand will take every single run. That's the first one. went quickly to the boundary, slow bouncer, controlled it very well. And this was a beautiful Yorker, but just gone for 4. Inside edge through the legs, Corey Anderson. Big over for New Zealand, the last one.
In the air, should be taken, is taken comfortably. Zaman takes the catch, and Williamson's innings comes to an end.
Well, he wanted to sort of chip it in the air for maybe a couple. That's why he ran quickly. He didn't mean to hit it that good, that well. He went more toward offside. He wanted to hit there. He timed it too nicely. He never wanted to time that well. Pakistan have a mixed bag when you talk about the fielding today. Umpire wanted to check the no ball. There's no issue there. And Williamson gone for 37 of 34 deliveries. 125 for 5 New Zealand.
Tim Seifert is the new batsman. New Zealand skipper Kane Williamson dismissed for 37. Strike rate of 138, that average just 9. A very good player at the domestic level. Lovely. Another slow delivery. It's 2 in a row. Picked up the wicket of Kane Williamson with just an off-speed delivery, rolled his fingers across it, chipping it in to the leg side.
Well, I'm very impressed with Shaheen Shah's use of that slow delivery and use of those bouncers and slow bouncers. He's becoming a very good T20 bowler. He's tall, got good pace.
Right, very well bowled again.
Well, he's played 7 T20 games this season, and he's been pretty good. Most of the time, he's been given the ball at the back end of the game, given the responsibility to bowl with the old ball. Always come after 10 overs are gone. So he's learning quickly.
Chance, no. Side on. They've been quite close.
Yeah, nothing much to sort of aim at from where he was. What, wicket and a bit? And he was a little hesitant of throwing it too hard.
Yeah, he's learning all the time, isn't he? I thought he missed his mark a couple of times in that last match. With New Zealand needed 17 off that last over. And he bowls a good length, and when you're tall, Akara, as you know, he bowled that length. It's very difficult for the batsman to get onto it. Hits the splice of the bat a lot. That Yorker right. Yeah, it was just the fact that Ross Taylor was quite tired, I think, at the back end of that last game, because he gave him a couple of full tosses that could easily have gone out of the park at another stage. But he's learning all the time, and he had 17 runs to defend, which is very rarely done as far as scoring more than 17 in T20 internationals. But each game, you find him learning, getting better. And he's a great prospect for Pakistan. And again, Brilliant.
Well, he had a bit more time, Shadab, this time around to get him run out. 126 for 5. Well, Pakistan had few opportunities in this game to get the people run out. He came in very, very quickly. He had a good bounce, carried him nicely, got underarm, but missed the stumps once again.
Well, look at that last over. Just the one run and a wicket from Shaheen Afridi. That was outstanding after the big over of Hassan Ali's. Two overs remaining for New Zealand. Hassan Ali, who continue. He was taken to a little bit in the last 3 deliveries of last over by Corey Anderson. Yorker spot on this occasion. Had options, didn't he, Safraz? He could have gone back to Fahim Ashraf. He bowled quite nicely. Shaheen will definitely finish off after that last over that he bowled.
Yeah, a little bit surprising for me. He could have, yes, gone for Fahim because he bowled very nicely earlier. This Hassan not really getting this rhythm, not really getting his line right. A couple of big blows in the last over.
Hit away through the offside from Tim Seifert. Picks up a boundary.
Yeah, Hassan Ali is struggling with, especially with the left hand, right hand out there in the middle. He was trying to get the Yorker in once again, got it wrong. And Seifert putting it away. Hit it really hard.
Changes in the field. Deep mid-wicket going out to the 3/4 of the way to the boundary. Short deliveries. Oh, nice. Clever. Pick up one only.
Pakistan has been playing with 3 seamers in this series. Even in the last series, they played with 3 seamers, and out of the 3, I think Fahim Ashraf bowled well with the new ball, but Shaheen Afridi. Oh dear, that's gone for 6. Big hit. They need few of those, New Zealand.
Smith's done well to get this out there. This is wide of off stump, and it's a slower ball. How's he done that? I mean, it's hit the bottom edge of the bat as well and still gone for 6. It's not fair. It's just not fair. Watch out, security man.
Yeah, those big bats and powerful boys nowadays, they can hit it far.
That one fine. Fielder will get around. They'll pick up a couple though.
Well, another expensive over from Hassan Ali. 14 already given. There's another delivery left. So New Zealand are creeping toward that 150 mark. It's very much gettable now. Still one more over after this.
Been good, Corey Anderson. He's made the difference. Seifert push for 2, or they'll just leave Anderson on strike. No, he will. He'll come back for 2. Pulls out the dive. Go upstairs and have a look at this one. A little bit closer than you might think. The throw was quite good, but he doesn't seem too concerned out in the middle. Thought it was pretty close. The naked eye. All good. All good. Excellent dive. Body on the line. New rules, of course. Once the bat crosses the line and is grounded, it's all okay. No matter whether it bounces up afterwards. 1:42 for 5. 1 to go. Last over. Over the keeper. That's what Tim Seifert can do, and it's gone all the way as well. Typical little wicket keeper. He'll find a way.
Yeah, it seemed that he knew it, what Shine is going to do. That he was looking for that Yorker and got under it and stayed very low. Moved more toward the offside and used the pace. Beautifully done. Good start of the over.
That's what happened in the last game, wasn't it, in the last over? He bowled a couple of full tosses that could have gone. And power as well. Not enough, though. Not enough. Straight up, yeah. Shut up, Khan. Too high, not long enough. Another slower ball, I think, from Shaheen, and he gets a bit of revenge.
I don't think New Zealand would mind that, but yeah, that was a wicket for a young Shaheen Shah. Smartly bowled, another slow delivery. Although he was in the slot, but because of his height, he gets that extra bounce. Yeah, toe end of the bat. Went up in the air for a long time. Shadab, a wonderful fielder, great hands. No problem for him. Tim gone for 11, is 148 for 6.
Four balls remaining. Anderson on strike. He'll only get one. Can't get it through. Just a little error with a big full toss first ball, but he's come back nicely, Shaheen. Slower ball, taking it away from the right-handed Tim Seifert. And a comfortable catch.
Three balls remaining. Tim Southee comes onto the crease. Very experienced.
Oh, good pace. Steal one, and Southee will be run out. Southee will be run out. Just desperate to get Corey Anderson back on strike. They would have discussed that. Do we one run to the keeper? They did, and Safraz was onto it. He knew the plan.
Yeah, good delivery, quicker delivery, but look at Sarfraz. He was quick and throwing. He knew this was going to happen, and flicking it back onto the stumps. Shaheen Shah. Another wicket in the last over gone. That's 7 gone for 149. Tim Southee gone without scoring.
Oh, very casual from Shaheen. 2 balls to go. Corey Anderson back on strike. Oh, he got length. They'll have to go 2. Push hard. 150 comes up with 1 ball remaining. Adam Milne is the new batsman. Non-striker's end. All he's got to do is run. Wicket. It was very good thinking from Sarfraz, and then the bowler, who was blinded a little bit by Tim Southey, and then just a little backhand flick. Casual, but accurate. Oh, he liked it. Swung away into the leg side. There'll be another 2. And that'll be the end of it. Just the 1 boundary from the spell of bowling from Shaheen. That was the first ball of his last over that went for 6. And he's bowled 4 overs, 3 for 20. Outstanding performance from the young man. Great work from Corey Anderson as well to finish 44 from 25. And New Zealand have posted what will prove to be, on this surface, a pretty competitive target as far as history is concerned. Waqar?
Yeah, he bowled really well. For such a young kid at this level, he bowled extremely well. He was...
average is incredible, with a 124 strike rate as well.
Yeah, it's been very consistent and very good to watch. Extremely well balanced and attractive batsman. Ijaz Patel, 30 years of age. Oh, no, this is a brave move. This could backfire also. Fakhar is a left-hander, is a big striker. Well, the leg side bases have been covered to a certain degree, but this should be an interesting watch. This. Here we go. Run chase from Pakistan. Gets off the mark with a 4. Cuts it well.
Yeah, the issue with this is try not to allow Fakhar Zaman a free hit on the leg side, but just errs too wide very first up. New ball, slightly slippery, may have just slipped out of the hands, and it races across the turf for 4.
There's another one, just like the other one. A front foot cut, that was the only difference this time, but 2 balls, 2 fours. Pakistan wanted to get off to a brisk start. Well, they have one.
That was a quality shot. Look at how he plays this. Quite a straight bat. He's just throwing the hands through the ball. Knows exactly where he wants to hit it because he's got a little bit of width.
Down the pitch, picks up a single. Pakistan need to get off to a good start. I think that's where they've at times struggled. At the top of the innings. The average power play run 44. Not massive. Yeah, I'll keep on doing that. He would be workmanlike early on, Babar. That's how he bats. And of late, he's decided to bat through the innings. He's been such quality that it's difficult to get him out. Very, very sound technique. Mr. Misk, you just need 88 more runs, Babar Azam, to be the quickest to 1,000 T20 international runs ever. So, he needs to get over the line in 2 matches, 2 innings. $11 from the first over.
Well, 2 boundaries off the first 2 deliveries, so 8 off the first 2. Decent comeback.
experience in Shoaib and Hafiz. Asif is a big striker of the ball. Sarfraz is runner ball player. Fahim Imad back later down the order and can hit the ball hard. But Babar Azam will be the fulcrum. He'll be there as a glue to hold the innings together. Tim Southee coming on to bowl. And that's the natural pattern against the left-hander. Bowlers try to just get that ball back into the stumps and aim middle and leg stump line. Very fluent through the offside, likes to cut the ball.
Yeah, the scouting reports will all be done on Fakhar Zaman. Tell you to tie him up, bowl in at the pads, in at the legs. Don't allow him any room whatsoever. Also, don't get too short. Cut and pull. Has no issue with the pull shot, the hook shot. Just try and make him use the crease a bit more, so keep him nice and tight.
Inside edge and 4. Got out cutting the ball in the first innings, in the first game. Babar Azam this time lucky.
Nothing wrong with the delivery. Again, a little bit of shape from Tim Southee. Too close to cut. He gets away with it.
Cutting the ball is difficult on a slow pitch like this, so you're better off playing it with the full face of the blade, maybe off the back foot. Towards the stumps, gets the ball away from the stumps towards the leg side. Very good at rotation of strike. Babar is not a big striker of the ball, but very good at manipulating the strike. Yeah, looking to slash it past point, was caught behind. Quick delivery from Mill. Oh, looking for the uppercut.
Yeah, not a bad option with third man up inside the circle. Banging it into the surface. That to say, Ramiz, I don't know whether this pitch will have the same pace and zip in it that we saw from that wicket. Adam Mill got it through around about 144, 145 down in Abu Dhabi. It just doesn't look like it's quite got the same sheen on it to allow that pace.
Into the gap and 4. That's well timed and in the end well placed. Got to adjust the fast bowlers. It is a slow pitch and they're bowling in the second part of the innings, so you've got to adjust. Maybe look for off-cutters, the slow ball. Look for variations.
Quality. Just gives himself a little bit of room. We talked about no width. Scouting reports, no width to Fakhar Zaman whatsoever. Finds the gap. Finds the middle of the bat. Too easy.
That was the slow ball and got no timing on it. That's the way to go. You've got to mix them up like this. After 22 without a wicket, Pakistan.
Southee racing after the ball. Babar Azam ends up out of a pitcher shot. He was never in any danger though.
Matches 110 while chasing under Sarfraz. It's an incredible record for a team that is not really well renowned to chase down targets. It's not reached that stage where you start biting on your nails, but it's just a little bit concerned, Sarfraz. Oh, that made a beautiful sound of the blade. Extra pace will provide timing for the batsman. So even Stevens after 2.1, 22 plays 22. Oh, that is massive! Muscled, bludgeoned. It's the top tier.
Oh, yes, please. Yes, please, Colin Munro. Have a look at that. Take note. Just on the up. Got length that he was able to get under and just swiveled beautifully here. That was what it was all about. It was neither here nor there as far as the delivery was concerned. Not short enough, not full enough, and Fakhar Zaman has met that.
Again, times the ball beautifully, runs with the shot. Excellent running from Fakhar. So he'll give you big shots and also run beautifully. Very good awareness from him.
Well, he burst on the scene, didn't he? And just lost his way a little bit. And it happens though, Ramiz, at international level. There's so much cricket and data around about players. So you cut yourself, it'll be a couple. A little digs that knee into the ground, into the soft turf. Watch the left knee when he tries to slide, just digs into the turf. Be careful with those, they can catch, and that's when the old groins start to go.
Or even the knee. It's pretty tall, it's over 6 feet. Yeah, very wristy, very good in that area, Baba.
Get back to Fakhar Zaman. So much analysis done by players and bowlers around the world. He has to change his game. He just has to adapt. Little things that bowlers are coming at him with now. He wants to continue to play international cricket and continue to prosper. Just needs to figure out a way to contemplate it, change his game a little bit. From a Pakistan point of view, they desperately need him.
Good ball, Yorker. I saw him exposing the stumps and fired it in. Good thinking from Mill. After 3:33 without a wicket, Pakistan going well.
He looks to give himself room, but has the presence of mind to just clamp down on it. He'll still try and hit it too hard. He thinks, okay, I'm out of position here. Clamp down on it, gets away with it.
There's a failure there for that angle. Quite amazing. First 3 overs, 11 runs in all the 3. Made a lovely graphic as if it was a set of stumps. All it needed was a pair of bails. That single spoiling the graphic, but tremendous start. Good looking start. You'd want a wicket because in a run chase you want a couple of wickets to fall to put pressure on Sarfrazes and his men. This so far has been an excellent start to say the least. Fakhar in form. Oh, that was unnecessary. That was forced shot. He's such a good player down the ground, not very good at pulling the ball early on. All he has to do is just work a way to find singles, rotate the strike and leave it to Fakhar Zaman to bludgeon the ball. Did he hit that?
Well, I don't think... I think Tim Seifert should have got his gloves underneath that. I mean, the fingers were pointing down at the ground. If he's just dived forward a little bit and those gloves are underneath it, there's a good sound. I'm still not convinced whether it was bat or just the bottom of the thigh pad. But Seifert should have done better.
I thought he initially had it. If there was an edge, it looked pretty casual because he didn't look desperate at all. Kind of an off-cutter. Yeah, probably an under edge. Ball carrying, almost carrying.
It's carried. If his gloves are in the normal way and actually scooping under the ball, he should be taking that.
No pace on the ball. That's good bowling from Tim Southee. He's got now 4 dots on the row. In a row. That's good thinking because he went for plenty in his last over. How well he's adapted and adjusted. That's quality for you.
Fielders, look for the fielders now to be right on the edge of that circle. Stay there. Don't ruin this over with charging in and missing the ball. Just stay on the edge of the circle. Pace off again, really well done. Brilliant over, great comeback over from Tim Southee, 35 without loss.
It's going to be a very good run chase, very good evening for the spectators as well. New Zealand field brilliantly. Showed how good they were or are in the last game. Crashed into the gap and 4. Should have been stopped. Could he have stopped it? Beautifully timed by Bauer. He's so good through the offside, very fluent, easy on the eye and graceful.
Yeah, I think this is just well placed. But it's there, isn't it? It's just length from Adam Milne, unfortunately. Timing and placement, no chance for the New Zealand fieldsman.
Covers the stumps, works it away off the stumps for a run.
Hold some very good slow balls in Abu Dhabi, did Adam Milne. Need to see one tonight. Good time for that experiment to the left-hander.
And, well, he's pacey, he's got pace, so a slow ball could be a deception weapon. Does he have the confidence? Tim Southee is having a word with him. Obviously, Tim Southee bowled beautifully, bowled a lot of cutters in his last over, and I'm sure they'll be talking about rejigging it, just rebooting the act. There's the slow ball, and it works straight away.
You noticed it in the last over from Southee, didn't we, that without pace on the ball, it was hard to hit through the line. Milne's got a couple of good slow balls. That one's the leg roller out of the back of the hand. It loops. He's also got an off-spin slow ball.
That's good from Tim Southee. At times, you need a bit of clarity, and I'm sure he's providing that to him. Up in the air, and brilliant! Williamson, you got to be kidding me. It's a blinder. He can't believe his luck. Flying off the turf and one-handed catch. Fantastic effort.
Not for the first time if you're a New Zealand cricket fan. This has been seen before. Kane Williamson diving away, one-handed catches in the gully. Usually see it in the white clothing. This time in the coloured clothing. so often finds himself at mid-off. Brilliant, brilliant. Diving away to his left, picks up the big wicket.
And Dooley, no reaction whatsoever, as if it was meant to be caught. No big deal, but what a splendid fielding effort. Fakhar Zaman exits after scoring 24, 40 for 1. Experimenting with Asif Ali at number 3. He's got the numbers to dash the hopes of the opposition. 147 strike rate, average of 24. It's a full length ball that's put away for a run, so he's off the mark. New Zealand fielded like a breeze in the first game, and well, I'm sure we'll have a look at Williamson's great effort at mid-off. Yeah, it was airborne, one-handed catch at mid-off. Unbelievable fielding effort. Not a bad end at all. 7 runs and a wicket, 42 for 1.
Yeah, pulled things back quite nicely the last couple of overs. Good one from Tim Southee, then this catch, and just 7 runs from the Adam Milne over. Looked like Pakistan were getting away on New Zealand early. And they'll be hoping that they can now bring the spinners in at the end of maybe the 5th over to start to pull things back, exactly like Pakistan did through those middle overs.
One of the places to be, VIP section here at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium. It's time for Colin de Grandhomme to step a centre stage and disappear. He's gone straight away through extra cover. Bazid Khan, good evening. Served up. Absolute gift. Outside off stump, short and wide. Babar Azam will hit those to the fence all day. 4 start. All night. Two leg side. He's got away with this one. Take a chill pill. Get back. Yeah. Got away with that leg side delivery, and Asif Ali got away with almost running out. Oh, and another one. Ho, ho, ho. Stay awake, everyone. Pick up and throw. And he's made it. But gotta give that one of those, Danny. Benjamin Fakhar Zaman is back in the hut. Extraordinary catch from Williamson, as if he was just, well, Sunday stroll, dive, put it to sleep. Easy peasy. But he didn't make it look that easy. waiting downstairs to see that. Library of some crackers that we're happy to see. And it's part of the season here in the UAE.
Coming to the last ball of the power play, the power play was very good for New Zealand. Got 50, Pakistan 49 for 1, but it got difficult after that for New Zealand with the spinners.
Oh, and again. Well, a half century comes up in terms of the team score for Pakistan. We've had the power play done and dusted. It is that score, 50 for 1.
Started off with Fakhar Zaman, very strong through the offside, square of the wicket. And Pakistan looked to capitalize through that area. Fantastic six as well. Really short, put away, beautiful cover drive, elegant as ever. And then that absolute scorcher, Kane Williamson.
Sweetly for the home side. Not going to do anything rash here, even though Asavali's been trying to hustle some early quick singles. But this one.
And New Zealand will have to replicate what the Pakistani spinners did. The next 5 overs, Pakistani spinners after the power play really squeezed the opposition. One thing Pakistani batsmen do have is the ability to rotate strike. They're adept at playing not the slowness, but not the spin, but the slowness of the pitch, and they're adept to able to rotate the strike, and that'll give them an advantage. And another stat which doesn't go in New Zealand's favour is that the last 10 times Pakistan have chased in T20s, they won all of them.
Yeah, quite good. And there's the wide throws. Here's the extra delivery, and does it cost Patel in New Zealand? Or can he sew this up? What? Flying Williamson, was it? Skipper, yeah. 7 done, 57. too straight. More lead stumpish. Needs to get into that Gavin Larson mode. Ball stump to stump, keeper up to the stumps. You liked old Gav, didn't you? This Venus Selectors, of course. New Zealand side and set up. New Zealand cricket. Missing your Greyway. They're old Gav. In the national cricket with Gavin Larson. I saw him in fact at the IC7 World Cup in the Garden City in Christchurch. At the Sun sideline and chewed the fat. Great old chap. Yeah, these conditions would suit a Larson type with Seifert coming up, standing up to the stumps. He's content to stay back. New Zealand dearly love to squeeze into the wicket here. It's all very easy to do.
And just rotation of strike. It's just singles, but it just means that scoreboard ticks over. Asking rate of 7.67, that can be caught up. But these middle overs is where the game is won or lost. If New Zealand get a squeeze on, they'll be in with a chance.
It's a good over. Just the 4 from it at 61 for 1 here. Hi, Mum. Yeah. Peace. Lovely vibes. At the National Cricket Stadium. We've got Ishodi. This is a big moment in this match here. Wrist spinner on. Abarazzi's in, but not on strike. Can't bowl there-ish. Because that's what happens. You disappear. Good start for Pakistan to the 9th.
2 shots, just stood up, and Asif Ali banged it away leg side. Yeah, slowness of the pitch, he could hit it anyway. And he's hit it just square of mid-wicket.
Key, as I say, with the wrist spinner on, has to be precise. Runs down in. Search for a wicket here, New Zealand. Stay in this contest. No change in half an over as we all appreciate.
Have to change his length quickly. Too short at the moment, just too easy. Rock back and pull it away leg side.
So I'm just having a check with this bowler and tweak the field. Ross Taylor's going to come on to the onside. Patel's going to go shoot third man, very fine, inside the circle. Southey is like a deep gully towards the 30-metre circle. So there's the protection. The wrist spinner.
So far, he's just been a little too short. Ball just stood up. He can cut it through the offside and the pull shot with the boundary in the over. So just not getting it right this first over.
Sort of come at the bowler there and keep the strike. positivity going, and hands it back to Asif. Here we go on the 9th. How's he going here? Asif Ali. 22, it's not there. So 9 off the 9th. It's 70 for 1. Discussions with the skipper, senior pro in Australia. Pakistan dressing room, very happy, relaxed. Tweak it, there it is.
Just seems under control for Pakistan at the moment. 1 down, and the rotational strike going on merrily. Babar Azam 30 of 27, and Asif Ali striking at 15 of just 14, so it's no problems. It seems as if a little bit of lack of pressure applied on the batsmen. Not been able to stem these singles, yes. Not a bad result, but look at the context of the game. They need wickets. They need something to happen right now.
Kinda gone home. So look at all the rounders in the side bears. Somebody come on. Twinkle a wicket. Something unique.
Just 14 dots. So 15 dots only, and it's difficult for the fielding side then to apply the pressure. If the bowlers can get those dot balls together, then there'll be a big shot, then there'll be pressure on the batsman.
Pulled out. Someone's disturbed. Asif Ali. What a charge. Here's Asif. And here's the struggle. Half the overs are gone. And Pakistan a 75 for 1.
Is Sori. May pick up his first wicket. He slipped and he's grasped it. Grand on there. Well, a little bit of dew on the field. That could have been a reason for him slipping and sliding and grasping it. Opportunity created and not taken by New Zealand.
Well, that might be the opportunity in the game that New Zealand might look back on and wish they made better use of it.
No, is the call. Run out. I think he's not happy at all. Babar Azam
certainly an eventful couple of balls. He showed his second over. Unfortunately, the very first ball of this over, Grandholm slipped over it long on and then fumbled the catch. Relatively simple chance if it wasn't for the stumbling before trying to take the catch.
He's quick through the air, he's tall, he's not a big spinner on the ball, more of a top spinner. You see him just misjudging it initially, then slipped. Still had chance to grab it, but he got it in the end. Costly miss. New Zealand in need of wickets.
And even with the slip, Grandholm's got a fantastic pair of hands. He doesn't drop many, that's for sure. I'd be disappointed that he put that one down. I just feel as though that's quite a big moment in this game.
That's a real wide one. So pressure has been exerted here. New Zealand must make something out of it. It's 2 runs so far in this over, a catch dropped. Pakistan looking just a wee bit desperate. That upish into the gap, that is well placed and magnificently timed. That's a release shot, and it's a 4.
It absolutely kills you as a fielding unit, particularly after the start of the over. Dropped opportunity, run out chance, a little bit of pressure on the batsman, but take nothing away from Azam. It's a wonderful shot up and over cover for 4 runs.
Averaging 68 this year, Babar Azam in T20 internationals. Goes back, cuts, gets it through. Put the fingertips on the ball. 2 runs, so not a bad finish to the over. 8 from it, 83 for.
It's a good first half for New Zealand. Munro again in the runs, got them off to a great start. Williamson was the big and then there was great fire at the end from Corey Anderson. Finished on 44 off 25 balls. They got through to a very good score, and at the moment Pakistan are doing a good job of chasing it down.
New Zealand did well in the end to get to over 150. Anderson played a lovely innings. And the bounce, couple of bounces to the fielder at long on. Pakistan doesn't need to play those risky big shots. 70 of 53, they have 9 wickets in hand, so all they have to do is to manage those singles, rotation of strike, and you'll get a 4 ball in every over, because the pressure is immense on the bowling side. So all you've got to do is to not feel silly. Just like that, bowler will try something different. It's a wide down the leg side. All you have to do is hold your nerve.
Absolutely right, Ramiz. Pakistan just got to take this game deep. They're well and truly in the driver's seat. Grandholm has done a pretty good job tonight with the boys, gone for 18 of 3.1 overs. But New Zealand need wickets and they need them fast.
That's well collected by the keeper. That's a style of batting. Babar Azam covers the set of stumps so that he can play the ball through the offside, the leg side. He opens both sides of the field. Bowling dive and well stopped. He's good driving the ball down the ground, so that's the reason why he's been such a success in T20s. Doesn't get panic attacks, he just does it the simple way, the conventional way. Every now and then you see him hitting a big shot, but nothing out of the ordinary. Just keeps it simple.
And that's all that needs to be done at the moment. It's just keeping it simple. Rotating the strike, hitting the sweepers in the outfield, running hard, pick up the odd boundary, and Pakistan will coast home.
terrific track record. Look at the scores that he's produced in T20. Never a single there.
New Zealand just need a couple of tight overs here, chucking a wicket or two as well. It could get them back in this game. Run rates required is still above 8 runs and over. So if they can keep pushing that north, add a couple of wickets in, you just never know.
3 failures in 11 innings. After 1288 for one. Cristiano Ronaldo has never been one to shy away from the spotlight.